everybody, welcome! And back for another video. Joined by me, Blondie Chew and Glump.
Hello, how are you all? Welcome to our latest video.
Okay, today everyone, we're going to be doing a video about buying or adopting your first pet.
Owning your first pet is basically one of the biggest steps to like maturity. You're caring for another creature, you're actually adopting a new part of your family. And there's a lot of research that you need to do when you own your first pet. Coming down to exactly what pet you want to own, which is best, and what would work best for you.
So we're here to help you guys understand what you need to do to help prepare yourself for your first pet, whether you want to buy one or adopt one.
Now, personally, my first pet was a dog. It was Princess, and she passed away when I was in matric, and she was 15, I think. So it's good to have a first pet that you can live really long with.
So our first point today would be research. Do your research, everyone. Please look up what you're looking for. If you're a person that loves an animal constantly coming to you for attention, play, and you enjoy doing walks, I would suggest a dog. For cats, Aiden, you speak. You're more of the cat.
Since I'm the expert on cats, thank you very much. If you're someone who doesn't have the time to look after a dog, to raise a dog, a cat is very low maintenance. Feeding them is one thing, but if they're an outdoors cat, you don't really have to clean up after them. They keep themselves clean. They're very low maintenance pets, once they're a bit older than a kitten, of course.
And for dogs, they are going to be high maintenance. They are very playful, very loving. They constantly want to be around you. If you've bonded to the animal more, they tend to follow you around. They're basically going to be your child that you didn't give birth to, but you're eventually going to feel like it's your biological child. They're going to be there all the time. They constantly want to be played. Some of them love to be chased by you, and they're like a toddler. You're going to have to go on your freaking crouch down and just run after them and pretend you can't catch them. But anyway, the pets we would not recommend for a first-time pet owner would be fish and...
I wouldn't recommend guinea pigs or hamsters. So many people get them as their first pet. Guinea pigs or hamsters are deceptive. You think they're really easy to care for, but they die very easily if you're not careful. I wouldn't suggest them. And of course, lizards, snakes, any reptiles are also very high maintenance. Especially if you're younger, owning a pet like that is very difficult to care for.
Yeah, I would say why I said fish is because for someone that's just starting out at pet, fishes tend to die very quickly. They actually can be high maintenance. Their water needs to be a certain way. They need to have clean water. There's a lot more that goes into it, but I wouldn't recommend fish as your first pet or as a decoration. They are living beings. Cats and dogs are your best option as a first pet owner. Because, well, we just talked about, I mean, I remember when I was little and had hamsters, they went in the garage. Because they were noisy. That was about it. I don't remember much from them besides them biting my brother's hand and hanging on for dear life. I don't know what was her problem. It was a female hamster, but she hated picking males. But yeah, cats or dogs.
Let's discuss now the costs. Because, again, cats and dogs do cost differently to care for.
Yeah, I was going to say the costs also vary depending where you're getting them. For instance, if you're getting a pavement special, they're not going to be that expensive. And for people overseas that don't understand what a pavement special is, it's basically a mutt. It's mixed with so many different breeds at one point. It doesn't know what it is. It just knows it's a dog.
It's like it's 1/4 this and a 15th
exactly. That. It doesn't know what it is. They usually are better health-wise because they don't get as many health issues since they're kind of a combination of frickin' everything.
Exactly.
But yeah, they usually are cheaper, and unfortunately they are the ones more prone to be thrown out on the road and found and abandoned.
They
Um,
deserve love.
yeah, every animal deserves love. They all deserve it. None of them deserve to be thrown out. I mean, if you want to throw an animal out, I might as well go throw you on the side of a pavement on a
Exactly.
highway, and I'll leave you there. And I wouldn't care if you get driven over because you didn't care if you left an animal there to get driven over. So, but
And
yeah,
it's the same. It's the same thing with cats. Your mixed breeds usually don't get as much love. Your runts don't get a lot of love, even by their own like parents within cats, because they don't really care for the runts.
yeah.
Thoroughbreds are a nightmare because thoroughbreds are really expensive
When
and
you
they're
say
difficult to
thoroughbred,
look after.
you're going to get horse people going at you because that is a breed of horse. So say like purebreds.
Well, purebreds then, yes. On the topic of a horse, I don't know how owning a horse as a pet is because I've never been rich enough to own a horse. Some of us
Honestly,
have.
I've owned and half-baited horses, and the cost is so sky high that it would not be a recommended pet for a first-time pet owner. No, but it
Not
is a
unless
good
you live.
pet for a child. It really teaches you responsibility.
It does. It's just that the cost is the barrier there. So obviously, if you're rich and you live in a mansion, go get a horse.
Yeah, I really want to get a horse again. I miss it. But they're extremely expensive. It's boarding at stables. Then that's still like all the other fees. They're very prone to running around because, you know, they're just living. But at the same time, they're very accident prone toddlers. So they tend to get hurt. And also, there's other issues. There's vetting, there's shows, there's farriers, tack, equipment.
It's a lot.
And like boarding is expensive enough, but purchasing the horse is also can be even more expensive for the first time. But owning it's gonna get more expensive as time goes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, purebred dogs and cats are gonna be your most expensive when you purchase them.
They also take a lot of care.
Yeah, they take a lot of care. If you go to a shelter, it would be a bit cheaper, but you're going to have to go through all the motions. They're going to come check your house out. They're going to make sure that you have an income, probably. I hope they check that you have an income to make sure you can care for the animal. They try their best to make sure it goes to a loving home, but unfortunately, people are assholes. But yeah,
that's the problem.
let's go back over to that research, like the purebreds, the health issues.
Another cost, it depends on how you raise your pet, but another cost of owning a pet is training it. Some people take them to a professional trainer, but you can always train your pets at home on your own.
So yeah, for dogs, training is a must. There's no if, buts, or coconuts. It has to be done. Little dogs can tend to be a bit more aggressive because we find them so cute and adorable that they kind of get away with murder. And unfortunately, they always will get away with murder. But what a little dog gets away with, a big dog could not. So, either way, yeah, every dog needs training. They need obedience training. I don't care if you're getting an old dog, a young dog. Young dogs are better because you can train them better. Old dogs, not as much, but usually most old dogs have some training in them.
That is also true. Every pet, when you get it, has to be trained to adapt to you, to your style, to your commands, that sort of thing. Yeah, where you live. Cats I've found kind of easy to train because they basically train themselves.
Yeah, there's the litter box. There's a scratching post. Go sleep.
And that's it. I mean, when you have a pet that sleeps 18 hours a day, it's not difficult to look after.
Yeah, and dogs, they're much more demanding. They need to walk. You can't just keep them in your house or keep them in your backyard. It really is very enriching for them just to go for a walk with their owner. Even if it's just around the block once in a while, it gives you a motivational boost. It gives you energy.
Now, and this is going to just segue into our next segment, but owning a pet isn't just owning a pet. You have to look at them as now an extension of your family, because that way you've adapted to love them and you can care for them better if you see them as a part of your family. And a lot of people do, especially if you've owned a pet for like over a decade.
Yes, it is very important, guys. You need to treat your pets as family. They're not an ornament. They're not something to go take back to the shelter or dump because they got too old. They were there for you when they were young. They were always going to be there for you. They don't deserve to be thrown away just because they got older or they look a little ugly now. It's not right to the animal. Think about it. Would you like someone to just throw you on the curb and not let you back in the house because you got a little older?
People tend to lose love for their pets as they get older, and they're not willing to make the difficult decision of looking after them when they need more care. And it's kind of shit. I mean, I've adopted dogs or cats that have reached into their older years because people just can't handle them anymore.
Yeah, care is a big thing, especially like we said, when research your breeds of what you want to get, guys. Because if you go and get yourself, I want to say it's a Braffic cat. I can't remember the word for it, but basically animals. So you get cats and dogs, very short noses. They are always going to struggle to breathe. And that
Yes.
is going to give you a lot of health issues. Like I say, research the health issues. Like I did with my dog. I made sure he's a healthier breed. And that's why I went for him. You need to know what you're getting with the coats, how long, if you can maintain the long hair or short hair, if you have the money to afford to take care of an animal that can't breathe properly or get skin infections, you need the money to care for that dog or that cat that you're getting with those health issues.
And you've also got to think of allergies. No, I think some
Yes.
people are allergic to dogs, some people are allergic to cats. And if you've never owned a cat or dog before, you need to find out if you're allergic to them before getting one.
Yeah, that's a big, big one. You need to make sure you're not allergic. And for those that don't know it, animals have allergies as well. My one dog is allergic to bees.
Yes, cats do have allergies. One of my cats is allergic to like certain materials. They make him sneeze a lot. It's terrible.
Yeah. For me, my one dog, Mabel, she's a boxer. She gets those bumps and everything when she gets stung by a bee.
And bee allergy is actually very dangerous for a dog too.
Yeah, I had a dog that once ate bees for fun, so...
I actually haven't got any more points in here, but we can talk about what our favorite pets to own have been.
Well, for me, I enjoy small dog breeds. Big dog breeds are nice and all, but like I say, they can't get away with what a little dog can. They can't jump up and be like, carry me or do certain things. They're much easier to control if they go off the handle. You can pick them up. While a big dog, I do own one. Like I told you guys, I have a boxer. She is very strong. She is a strong breed of dog. They got muscles on their legs. Serious muscles.
Yeah, they do.
She even jumped a poor lady when we went to the vet to go do a checkup for her recently. I did apologize to the lady. Luckily, she isn't an aggressive one. She's just a stupid excited one, but it is very scary for people. So big dogs, very hard to handle. Have to get training. Unfortunately, she was doing well until my mom went to go stay with her old boyfriend. He kind of screwed up the whole training that she had done. So you gotta stick with the training. Yeah, he really screwed her up. She used to do very well with her commands, but now she ignores them like someone's talking to the air next to her.
And that's a problem, it's very easy to break that training.
Exactly. Training is very hard. It's hard to get to the point where it works, and it's very easy to break. I mean, my little dog, he used to be very good at come and go. Like, when I called him, he would come running. He's just gotten very lazy on it. I haven't been able to get much treats lately with the money. So it's very hard to keep him on that training. But yeah, I say I prefer small dogs. Cats are okay, but I prefer dogs. I enjoy the affection they give me. They make me feel loved. He is my child, my little child, like he's adopted, but he's like my biological child. I would kill people for him.
I'm like that with cats. I'm an asshole, and cats are assholes. We get along.
Yep, cats are assholes, guys.
They really
Some
are.
You do get a nice one here and there, or one that can be as playful as a dog, but they generally like their own space. They're basically dogs are your children and toddlers. Cats are more like a teenager or a child close to teenage age, where it's just they kind of enjoy their space as they grow up. When they're kittens, yeah, you can feel them fat, but like as they get older, they're kind of more in their own space.
Yeah, they really adapt to basically being their own person.
But yeah, guys, so like I just said, with the vet thing, please, you need to make sure you have an income or money to make sure your pet gets the vet care it needs. You can afford its food it needs, especially because some need specific food because of, I don't know, diet or something like that. You need to watch their teeth. Even cats. My one cat is having a teeth issue at the moment.
And you got to be ready to wash them whenever they need. Not be thinking cats always clean themselves, but sometimes they're all stupid, and you've got to just be prepared to put them down, put them in a tub. And
What? You put them down?
I didn't mean that. That was like a slip of the tongue. Don't put down your pet instead of washing it.
Just wash your. You can wash your pets at home. Trimming their nails is a little harder. Cats, please don't trim your cat's nails. Get it a scratching post, guys. It does not need its nails trimmed, unless it's very old and their nails they don't really scratch them anymore. Then I would recommend trimming them a bit because their nails get too overgrown. But otherwise, cats don't need their nails trimmed. Dogs do.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's everything.
That is it.
Just treat them how you want to be treated. It's like what your parents should be saying. I hope they're saying. Treat others how you would treat yourself.
Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was informative. When owning your first pet, there's a lot you need to know, and this video I feel is like a very good guide and a bit of our own experiences with owning pets, and that's where we're speaking from in the video.
This isn't everything that we've... Like, this is just some key points we've put there. If you guys have more key points, please put them in the comments, guys. Share some more thoughts about other stuff that we might have left out that your pets would need. But other than that...
Subscribe. Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe, guys. Please, we need you guys.
And we will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.